Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my second update for my Graveyard Project Pan. This is a project that I created after discovering that a lot of products that were in projects previously then get neglected if I hadn't finished them in the project I put them in before. So I created its own project pan to put those products in because that just makes sense to me. As always, I thank you guys so much for all the love and support on these project pans that I create. I think it's so fun that we have built this community, and if you're looking for more panners to watch, definitely check out the playlist and find some new creators to support and spread some love. But if you're excited to see the progress I have made over the last 2 months, then just keep on watching. As I'm sure you're familiar with this project pan, it is 6 months long and ends on Halloween, and there are 2 product categories. You can put however many products in each category as you want. They don't need to be even, but for me, I have 6 products in this project, 3 per product category, and we're going to start with the resurrection products, meaning these 3 products have been in project pans before. Kicking it off with the star of this project pan. This blush can be our Graveyard Project Pan mascot. It is the ModelCo Peach Bellini blush. It has been in every single year. I do have a goal to use this 20 times. At the first update, I had only used it 3 times. I've since used it 5 more times, bringing me up to 8 out of 20 uses, which is not great. I have too many blushes on the go in project pans. That was completely my fault. I am wearing this blush today. It is a very glowy peachy pink shade. I still really enjoy this. The pigment is still there. There's very slim chance I will use this 12 times in the next 2 months, but we shall see if I can meet my goal. What I would really love is to see that next ring. I will pop in the picture to the side of me of how deep the slope is in this blush, and you can really see the rings. So we'll see what kind of progress I can make before the finale. Next, we have one of my very oldest Colourpop Super Shock shadows. This is the shade Koosh. I have the goal to use this 10 times. As of the first update, I had used it 4 times, and in the last 2 months, I've used it an additional 5 times, putting me at 9 out of 10 uses. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't quite get there. However, I will be rolling in a product for once I've used this 1 more time, because it's not going to take up a full slot in this project for the next 2 months for 1 use. I had considered this is in my these products will self-destruct, and I'm able to save out 2 of those products at the end of the year, and I wanted it to be this one. However, in using it the last 9 times, I have really discovered that it is drying out quite a bit. So these 10 uses, maybe 1 or 2 more later on. It's kind of this product's last hurrah, if you know what I mean. Next, I have my Lord & Berry lip liner. I am using this every time I do my makeup and I have a nude or nude adjacent lip. I do have a pink lipstick on today, but I still have this lip liner. But like, if I'm wearing a red, I'm not using this lip liner, you know what I mean? These are my line markings. I'm making slow but consistent progress. I'm using it almost every time I do my makeup. There's not much more I can do with this. It is not a creamy formula that I can multitask. I do line my lips and fill them in whenever I use this, but this pencil is so, I'll use my big forehead, so tiny, and I don't know if the actual product goes all the way to the bottom, or one of these days I'm just going to sharpen it and I will be at the end. But I do really hope that this is an empty for the finale. These next 3 products are in my collecting cobwebs category, meaning these products have just been really neglected in my collection. I don't naturally reach for them, or they could be nearing expiration. So first up, I'm working on my Ofra Rodeo Drive. As you can see, this is their very old packaging. This highlighter is one of my oldest in my collection, and I really wanted to hit pan in this project. I had used it 14 times by the first update. I reached for it 12 additional times, putting me at 26 uses on this highlighter just in this project. Of course, it's been used much more than that. I am seeing visual difference in here. I am aiming right in the middle where it's the thinnest. I don't really care if that's cheating, but I really don't feel that confident I will truly hit a pan in here. And in saying that, it's like how I naturally use highlighter. I use quite a light, fluffy brush. I do a little, boop boop. I'm not swirling it in there, and I'm not going to really dig in a pencil brush for the days I'm using this as an inner corner highlight. I am very light-handed, and if it takes 100 uses to hit pan, that's fine with me, because then I don't feel like I am wasting the product. It is the highlighter I'm wearing today. I think this looks really great on my tanned skin. I'm going to keep reaching for this. This is the only highlighter I am using very consistently. Next, I have the world's slowest moving lip gloss. This is the BareMinerals Marvelous Moxie Gloss in the shade Trail Blazer. Even if I let this settle and marked it, what is wrong with me? I don't see great visual progress. I had used this 5 times by the last update, 10 additional times since then, 15 uses in this project, and that is 15 days of use. With a lip gloss, I'm reapplying, 3, 4, maybe even more times per day. And when this is settled, there's like the tiniest gap at the top. This gloss is so frustrating to pan. It's one of my very oldest glosses. It's one I don't reach for very often because this formula is not my favorite. It has that cooling, tingling sensation. It's very similar to a Buxom gloss, but this is BareMinerals. It's not my favorite. I would love this to be empty by the end of the year, but I truly don't see that happening. And lastly, I have a Colourpop lippie stix. This is in the shade Brink. It is the pink lipstick I'm wearing today. I have a goal to use this 10 times. At the first update, I had only worn it 2 days. I have since worn it 4 additional days, bringing me to 6 out of 10 uses. I'm working on a lot of lip products, and as much as I want to be a more pink toned lip girl, because I like it when, my lipsticks are on display on my vanity over here in their little holder, the pinks are the ones I never reach for, but when I force myself to reach for it, like filming this video and putting it on today, I'm like, oh, I actually do like that. So I'm not sure what the solution here is. I do have 4 more uses to go on this in the next 2 months. That shouldn't be that hard to do, but ideally when I put this in the project, I had 3 lip products in mind and wanted to cycle through those, and we're still on the first one. This may be the worst I have ever done in a project pan. So as you can tell, I'm not making the best progress on this project, but for me this project is one that I'm putting in more difficult products, ones I'm not reaching for naturally, and I have to kind of push myself to get use out of these products. We haven't rolled anything out. It's the same products that have been in since the beginning. However, I only have 1 more use left on Koosh. And because of that, I'm going to roll in another very old Super Shock shadow. Once again, this is in These Products Will Self-Destruct, a bit of a last hurrah for the shade Telepathy. This is in collaboration with Kathleen Lights. It was in her second little foursome pack of Super Shock shadows. It is a metallic chartreuse shade. Why can I not speak today? And I think this is going to go really well with a couple other shades I'm panning. I will be putting like a 10 use goal on this. However, if this gets a handful of uses, I will be happy, but I'm not going to use this shade until I have used this shade one more time. Kind of a lackluster update. The only product I'm feeling the most confident of actually finishing by this project's finale is my lip liner. I would absolutely love for this to be empty. I've put so much time into panning this lip liner. It's very teeny tiny, and I'm hoping that there's not actually that much product left in here. But that, folks, is the update for my Graveyard Project pan. If you are participating in this project, how are you making out with it? Hopefully you're doing better than I am. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!